Well, good morning. It's Tuesday morning, and here we are. We're doing the week, and I was doing my administrative stuff this morning and feeling so tired, and I couldn't figure out why. And I realized it's because, this immigration process, so much of it is you are constantly in processes that you really have no control over for a myriad of reasons. And it's really tiring because you have to constantly navigate that emotional up and down of the stress of wanting an outcome, being powerless over the outcome because it's just so far out of your hands. And in this case, it's the residency card that I got with the wrong gender on it. And it kind of causes a cascade of different effects, right? But what I've learned in this process is that there are certain things you have to micromanage or you will not get this process off the ground. But then you also have to look at when you have an obstacle in the road, okay, worst case scenario, what does this mean? Now, in the beginning of your immigration process and getting the visa and booking the airlines and all those things, the worst case scenario actually really is bad. And you need to be relentless in staying on top of things. And that is not the time to kind of be all lackadaisical and leave things to chance. This situation is one that I really need to wear like a loose garment and go, okay, what is worst case scenario if my gender is not updated correctly on my residency card? Worst case scenario is I don't get my SNS number right away, which then prevents me from submitting and applying for a driver's license. What's the big deal with that? Well, I would like to do that before I turn 60 at the end of March so that I don't have to take a Portuguese driving test. I'm happy to take the test. I just would rather not add that to my pile of stuff at this time, right? But that's the worst case scenario. I still have my residency. And so that's the perspective I'm keeping. But, again, I impart to people who are going to embark on this immigration process. And even if you hire attorneys or moving specialists, you still have to bear some of this burden yourself, right? I have an attorney that's going to work on this for me and with me. I've already sent all the emails. But you still have to participate in it, and it is still you at the end of the day that, has to carry the burden of an outcome. Like, if we can't make this happen, I still carry the burden of having to physically go take a Portuguese driving test. Nobody's going to do that for me. So anyway, it's just, again, this is not for the faint of heart, and I encourage everybody to just make sure you assess your strong suits, your weak areas, and make sure you've got people helping you on the stuff that you're not as strong at. And if you're doing it by yourself like me, please feel free to reach out to me and we can talk it through. It's doable, but it just, you gotta be willing to roll with the punches and, keep your perspective. And at the end of the day, my problem at this point is a quality problem and I'm not complaining, just giggling a little. All right, talk to you guys later.